We're right here on the morning drift. And yes, you can hear some noises in the background. That's because we're getting the art ready for exhibition right here on our action table. Remember, the conversation is the art of beekeeping in the sense of what we need then for you to actually be available. Yes, let me just cut to the action. Mr. Mutua, I just want you to move next to me so we can actually get to set it up. And then as we set it up, we continue talking about this. All right, let's just directly jump into it. So, Mr. Mutua,
yes,
right up to where we are. Fantastic. So what are we setting up?
Yes, we're setting up the entire harvesting equipment for the beekeeping. We're talking about the honey. We're talking about the bee pollen, the propolis, the royal jelly, the wax, and the venom.
And the venom.
Yes.
Just one. But those definitions, we're going to get into them as we go on with this conversation.
Yes.
So could you tell any other part? So this is the harvesting equipment.
This is the honey extractor.
This is the honey extractor.
And of course, I shall describe how it works. And of course, this is the beehive. This is the Langstroth beehive, which of course I will explain briefly the benefit of the Langstroth hive. And of course, this is the venom collector. This is the venom collector. Of course, I shall describe how it works. And then this is the royal jelly. The royal jelly harvesting kit. Which we also talk about it. Yes. So and of course the pollen.
Yes. Can we get done setting this up so that we see it?
No, it's already done. This is already done.
Done.
Yes. This is already done.
Completely.
Yes.
Good. All right. Let's move to the next equipment.
Yes.
Which is essential.
I should start with the beehive.
Yeah. Let's of course. Let's just move into it.
Yes.
Yeah. Just right there. Just on the step here.
Yes.
Great.
This is the Langstroth beehive. This is the Langstroth beehive and. As the viewer can see, it has two boxes. It has two boxes. This one we call it the brooder. This one we call it the super. The brooder, why? Because that is where the brooding takes place. The bit about this beehive is that as opposed to the traditional beehive, anytime you're harvesting the traditional beehive, you will, there are four challenges that will affect you. One, you will definitely have to cut the combs.
I see that now.
Yes.
When that's for the traditional one.
Yeah, the traditional one. When you cut the combs, you have to crush them. Right? When you crush them, it means you can't return them back. Now that means bees must come again and start from square zero. Now, it takes 10 times the time it takes to make honey. It takes 10 times to make combs. So what it means is there is real wastage of time. The number two, chances are 90%, 99% when you are crushing the combs, that will crush you kill the queen. And now, when you kill the queen, the challenge number three is that now bees have to abscond.
They'll have to stop, isn't it? Because
actually, they have to abscond because they can't stay where there is no queen.
I see.
They have to go away. So what it means now, you have to wait for the next swarming of bees for you to start again from square zero.
And that's
why challenge number four. That's why you'll end up now harvesting only once in a year
for a traditional hive.
And that's what now makes it that it's not a business, especially now where I come from. And now people will just, they will be celebrating now that I have harvested for a whole year. I've waited, now I've harvested. So what they'll do, they will be distributing everybody to everybody in the village.
Every family.
So they will not be doing it like business. But the bit about the Langstroth hive is that now it helps you to overcome the four challenges. One, you can harvest without destroying the combs. Why? It has the two boxes. And the two boxes are separated by a queen excluder. I wish I could, of course, I will be able to demonstrate. But there is a queen excluder. There is a wire mesh in between.
I can actually get to see it.
There's a queen excluder in between. And this queen excluder has got holes. It's a wire mesh that has got holes that can allow the bee to pass through. But the queen cannot pass through. Look at that. The bee cannot pass through. And what it means is that now that the queen cannot pass through, then she will not go up. Meaning when you are harvesting, because when you harvest, you only harvest the upper box. That it means you don't kill her.
You don't touch the queen at all.
All right, yes. You don't kill her. Now the honey that is on the lower box, which is their food, then you also don't touch it.
You don't also touch it.
Meaning yes, you have harvested today, but again, they still have their food. The queen is
queen
alive,
is still there,
meaning
intact.
they don't abscond.
Yes,
And then
yes.
number 3, most importantly, you just pick the frames from the hive, like this.
Yeah.
These are the frames.
Oh, these are the frames
Yeah,
that are
maybe
within. These are the frames that are within the hive. Yeah.
That time they have already combed and they have the honey.
Yeah.
So what you do, you just place them in the honey extractor.
Yeah.
And with the honey extractor, what will happen is you'll just rotate.
I can see that.
Look at that.
I can see that now.
Oh, yes.
Because the action now.
Yes.
So once you rotate, you're essentially just extracting the.
You're just extracting the honey. You're not touching the combs.
The combs are quite intact.
Oh, right. Look at that.
Yeah, because the mechanism is quite simple, by the way.
Yeah. So as a result of that speed, the honey comes out by itself. Then after some time now, you'll just need to come and open here.
After extracting your honey, then there's a tap right there.
Yes.
Then
you put it in your jerry can or your, and then by that time, of course, you're in your bee suit, you're in your gloves.
Yeah.
So you don't end up touching the honey.
You do not even touch. In fact, I've not seen any one place
Yes.
where you're coming in contact with the honey with your hands at all.
That's it. And so as a result of that, this honey is very hygienic. And that's one thing that I will tell everybody, that the Savannah honey, the honey that you find in the supermarket and everywhere, this is honey that is harvested using the honey extractor. This is honey that is very, like 100, actually it's 100% hygienic. The honey that is harvested in the traditional way, of course, is honey that is touched by human hands. When we are harvesting it, you must have you must have some firewood. When you're doing the firewood, you must get a lot of sweat. You are getting a lot of mucus and all that. So as a result of that, the honey is sweet, but hygiene. Yes. With this one, 100%.
100%.
Yes.
Now, hold on.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about money here before we move on to what we have here.
Oh, yes.
The honey extractor, how much would that cost an individual? Because for your farm, you only need one, don't you?
Yes. What we do is for our clients, and I think that's something I should have mentioned, which is good. A benefit of somebody working in Savannah honey is that for the first harvest, they may not need the equipment.
Hold on.
Yes, the first harvest. As we use our equipment to harvest for our client, and mainly why we do that is because we want to train them. We want to have their guys learning how to do it.
I see now.
Yes.
I see now.
And then number 2, we believe now from the income that they've gotten from their first harvest, they can now be able now to buy their own equipment. So it's a way of lessening them the burden.
Proper business case right there, isn't it? We're working with you for 5 years. This will cost you money, but because you are getting into the business, we're going to do it for you for the very first time you get into it. And after that, then you have the money to acquire this equipment.
Right. Now, the beauty about this, again, is an equipment that you can use for the next 50 years or so. Because, I mean, if you're just using your own farm.
Using in your own farm.
There's nothing much. There's nothing mechanical. There's nothing.
And you only need one.
Or you just need one. Even if you had 1,000 hives.
You just need one.
One is enough. And we have now smaller ones, plastic one, going for around 27,000.
27,000.
Yes. We have got a slightly bigger one than that is going for around 35,000. And metallic one now, for that matter.
Yes.
Then we have this one going for 45,000.
45,000.
Yes.
Business case met.
Yes.
Most important part of the business.
Yes.
This particular hive now, because if we're going to start this is what you need.
Now you
might say no, we don't need this. They're going to come with it. Let's talk about the hive.
Yes.
How much investment goes into this?
We now have an offer.
Yes.
We now have an offer, and I think it's good for me to mention. The normal price should be 6,500.
6,500.
But we're charging 5,500, and 5,500. Then we will do free installation. All right.
Regardless of where I am.
Yes. What
in this country.
What we'll do? You may just charge you for fuel. We actually don't charge you transport. We charge you maybe for fuel.
Yes.
But then again, our apiarists. We have a team of many apiarists who now must accompany every beehive in this country where our beehive is. So they will accompany the hives for purposes of installation, and that is talked about because of the citation and all that.
5,500.
Oh, yes.
Guys, I hope you're listening. If you want to start this business, it's going to cost you 5,500. And after this, we're going to talk about exactly how you're going to get in touch with him so we can get started. I might be the first customer. Wow. I love shows like this, but we're just learning the art about everything. Now, Mr. Mutua, I want you to fall back so we can look at this particular table.
Yes.
What do we have here? And I want us to touch on the equipment first.
Yes.
Then we look at the products.
All right. Yes. I've already talked briefly about the harvesting of honey.
Yes.
And it's good for me to mention that we are contracting our clients now for honey for between 500 Kenya shillings to 600 per kg. And a hive should give you at least 10 kilograms,
Yes.
10 kilograms, an average of 10 kilograms
Yes.
per hive. And you can harvest between 3 to 5 times. So if you harvest an average of 4 times, then it means you have got an average of around 40 kilograms.
40 kgs, yeah.
If you've got 40 kilograms and we bought from you at around 500 shillings per kg, then that means 20,000.
That's 20 Gs.
In a year, 1 hive. If you had got 20 hives, that translates to around 400,000.
That's what we're talking about now.
Yes, in a space of where we are sitting.
The space of where we are.
Yes, that is 20 hives. And I want to talk briefly about bee pollen.
Okay.
Yeah, bee pollen. Bee pollen is many times you'll see something yellow on the legs of a bee.
That's true.
When you look at the bee on the grass in the morning, you get something yellow.
Yeah.
That is bee pollen. Now, when bees go to the forest, or rather to flowers, they'll pick 2 things. One, they'll drink nectar, which mixes with the enzymes to make honey. They also get pollen.
Yeah.
Pollen, now they use it to feed the young ones. But now, interestingly, pollen has got a very special protein that is not found in any meat. It's not found in any legume. So God put it only into pollen. And so it's a supplement that many people like to buy, like to use across the country, across Africa. But now the bad thing with it is that now the multi-level marketing companies, they only know that Africans know only beekeeping for honey. So they know that you can't go to any supermarket in Africa and buy. So they would market them, they'll come and tell you the benefits of the bee pollen because they know you have to buy from them. But now we are talking to our people, wherever we are found in Africa. Yeah. We are telling people the easiest way to make money in Africa is not to plant maize in the village, or rather when it rains. The easiest way to make money in Africa in the farm is to harvest bee pollen. Why am I saying that? Simply because when you're harvesting bee pollen, you don't need to even touch the bee, to open the beehive. You get what we call the pollen collector. Yes. This is a pollen collector. This one we call it the pollen tray, and this is the pollen trap. Yes. And then when you get it, you put it at the entrance of the hive. Let me get this. Okay. You put at the entrance of the hive. Yes. Which is essentially down here. Yeah, this is the entrance. Actually, this is the entrance. This is the entrance. Yes. Yes. So what you will do is open it. Yes. I can say that's now officially open. Yes. And then now you put it right here. Yes. Now when you look at this, these holes, they are very tiny. They're very tiny. Very tiny. That the bee will not just enter. They have to squeeze through. They have to squeeze through. Yeah. And as they squeeze through, of course they're wiped. The pollen's wiped. Yes. Then you come and remove the pollen. This is the collector. Right. Yes. Then how you dry it. Of course, we train our clients how to go about it. And after that, you'll be able now to get this. I wish the viewer could see this. This is some bit of pollen. Oh, I see that now. Yeah, that is pollen. Guys, I don't know whether you can focus on this. I'm going to try as much as possible to show you what that is. Yeah, it is right here. Now, this is the pollen, isn't it? Yeah, that's pollen now. And now, the bit about pollen, maybe if I could mention briefly. Yeah. The bit about pollen, pollen you can harvest 2 to 3 times a week. Am I allowed to taste it? Oh, you can taste it, no problem. 2 to 3 times a week. So pollen, you can harvest 100 to 150 times in a year. Every harvest, you can harvest between 50 to 100 grams, depending on the season. Yes. And now, if you harvested 50 grams and you harvest 100 times, then it means per year you have got 5 kilograms from one beehive. And how much is a kg? A kg is 6,800. 6,800. Yes. Yes. So there's no way you'd make less than, plus minus 40,000. So on top of selling honey, you're also selling pollen, isn't it? Oh yes. It's more lucrative by far. You're not just in the business of honey. No, you're not only in the business of honey. Yes. Yes. I want us to quickly go through this. I will mention briefly about propolis. Yes. Many times when you go harvesting, you find someone who's harvested in the village, you'll find they've thrown something black in wherever they were harvesting. Yeah, yeah. When beehives crack, the traditional beehives, when they crack, the bees go to the forest, they pick trees up, they come and make a glue. Yeah. A glue something, a black substance